Hey folks, and welcome to my CMON Vlog Spectacular review, or something I'm calling it. Now this was my first time doing one of these, so I thought I would just step in here at the beginning real quick and kind of maybe preface it with that. This is a little rough. This was a learning experience for me, but I hope you will still enjoy it and you see some things that excite you and it's not too bad. And you'll forgive I went for a corporate 80s training video intro, which you'll see here in just a second. And then at the end of part 2, I am going to give my final thoughts or a review of sort on the expo as a whole. So I will catch you at the tail end of episode 2. It's my CMON Expo Vlog Spectacular. Hey folks, it's Robert here. Now you guys know that I normally don't do the whole vlog thing. In fact, I don't think I've ever done one, but this is my first time at CMON Expo, and I'm here with the Dice Tower, and I figured, why not? We've got our boy Roy going down there. He's doing interviews. So there wasn't really a lot for me to do in terms of that. Now I'm going to get some photos and things like that, and I'm going to talk to different guests and designers and the general CMON people. But I thought maybe this would be a good time for me to chronicle the first time that I've gone to a particular convention with the Dice Tower. So here I am at CMON Expo. Now there's some things that I am excited about, some things that I'm not sure if I can talk about just yet. I saw some things down there that I'll find out as time goes on. But this is the official first morning of the convention. Now we did get in yesterday, and we had a nice lunch over, I think, at Ray's. We had a dinner at this place called Metro Cafe that I highly recommend. Suzanne Sheldon and I definitely had our share of cake there, and I'm probably going to go back there. We found a little pie shop that sells, in addition to sweet pies, it sells savory pies, so that was really good. But in the evening, we got to play some games, not necessarily CMON games. I played this game that's on Kickstarter right now called Tricky Tides that we kept making a joke. It's a trick up and deliver game. And I'm actually considering that game possibly for a next FOMO segment. I really, really liked it. So if I can catch the guy again, I'm thinking about getting an overview of that for you guys. And then after that, I played some roll and write games with Dan, the Game Boy Geek that you guys know, and Suzanne. Of course, if you're going to play roll and writes, you're going to play them with Suzanne. And then I got to bed and I figured I would get an early start this morning. Now I haven't been down to the floor yet to see how many people are here and what have you. So we're gonna go down there in a few minutes, but I just wanted to wake up and say good morning. I'm gonna obviously put all of these together at the end, but so for you guys, no time will pass at all while you're watching this, but for me, I'm gonna need to get myself ready and get downstairs, so I'll be right back. So folks, before I go downstairs, I thought I would come out on my balcony and take a look at the pool area that I'm overlooking here. And you can see it's just generally it's a beautiful day here in Atlanta today. Sun is shining, but we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna play some games. So, bye pool, bye sunshine. Let's go look at some board games, shall we? So what we have here is me just walking in on the convention floor. This is day 1 of the convention, the official first day of it. The convention floor is fairly busy. You can see there's a lot of people playing games, but again, this is just day one. Here we have some miniatures from A Song of Ice and Fire that were painted, they kept in a cabinet, and you're going to see quite a few people playing the game, or rather getting demos of it. Now, Song of Ice and Fire was a really popular game during this convention. Sadly, I did not get to play a game of it, but I am looking forward to eventually getting to play the game. The miniatures looked absolutely stunning. I'm probably throwing up some photos of it for you as well in addition to this video. We'll keep on taking a look here at a few more people playing it, and we'll move on and see what else is going on the floor. Come around over here, what we've got is a group playing Zombicide Green Horde. This was a game I didn't see a lot of as far as just this regular game, but there were some demos being run of it. And there you see a Dice Tower Crew shirt, a little bit of product placement for ourselves. Then as we move here, it looks like, actually, you know, I'm not sure what they're playing at this table. I didn't get a real good look at it. And then we have this table, which has some special guests. You'll see Suzanne Sheldon, Mandy Hutchinson, and the Game Boy geek, Mr. Dan King. The game they're playing is Council of Four. This was a real hot game at the convention. This is the CMON reprint of it with those lovely miniatures. A game that I didn't get to play this version, but I have played a previous version of it. I do have a copy now, so I'm looking forward to, but everyone really seemed excited to play this game, and I know attendees got a copy of this game in their bags. Coming around, you'll see that they've got some games there for sale, and they had another wall over here. See the folks from Tantrum House, who are contributors at Board Game Breakfast over there. Got some more CMON volunteers doing demos. And let's see, we've got, looks like Way of the Panda. This is another game that was in the convention goers' bags, as well as I picked up a copy that I'm looking forward to reviewing. Here we have The Godfather, which again, another game that convention goers got in their bags. So quite the swag bag. If we look here in the distance, we will see Mr. Tom Vassell. I believe he's going to give me a funny look here in a second, because that's what he does when a camera is on him. And there is some miniatures for purchase. I got a good look at those. And that was appropriate, because next up we come into this section here where they're actually teaching people how to paint miniatures. And most people don't know that I also paint miniatures myself. So it was really exciting to see people who maybe didn't know how to paint their miniatures getting instruction on how to do so. And there were some advanced painters here as well who were also painting up their miniatures. And just everyone was generally really nice in this area. I think the plastic on the floor was a nice touch to avoid any accidents. For moving around here, some empty tables. Again, this is day one of the convention. So I'm just trying to let you see how everything looks. There's some terrain out here. And then we come up to one of the coolest things I saw. This 3D set here is for, I believe, Zombicide Black Plague, and they've got all those miniatures painted. But what was really cool, and hopefully I'm throwing up some images that I took, some higher quality, they were playing this game of Black Plague, but the detail on this was wonderful. I could see myself almost like filming a miniature movie on this set. So I'm going to pan around here. At the time you're seeing this video here where I'm at, I actually didn't know what they were playing. So I swing around here and I just ask what they're playing. I should have looked down. You'll see my camera go down here in a second. I should have noticed the player boards for Black Plague. I keep saying Green Plague, I mean Black Plague. So that was nice. Hopefully I get you a good look. Here we see a game of, no, never mind. Here we see Mr. Sam Healy. I believe what he's saying here is he slept. And maybe I'll cut the audio. Then we have Mr. Derek Porter, and I believe I see Rachel there. And they are playing, I believe, a game of the Others being ran by, if we'll swing over, looks like Mr. Vernon Piper, our own resident painter. So I know he ran that, and maybe we'll check in with Derek a little later, see how that game turned out. Over here we have Potion Explosion, which I saw quite a few demos of because of the expansion. Now I personally still have not played with this expansion despite the fact I'm looking at it on my shelf. Then we have a game of Gizmos that I'm going to talk about a little later because this was one of my favorite games I played at the convention. And then here you see the little library area they set up, and just a few more games, another pan out of the convention floor, and I think I'll probably cut it right here. Hey folks, so it's now around 5 o'clock on day one. I'm taking a little bit of a rest, just sitting here in this empty area of the hotel. I've played a few games, some that I really enjoyed, some maybe were okay. 3 that have stood out to me so far is I played 13 Clues, which was an interesting little deduction game that turns out I'm really good at. I'm not a big fan of deduction games typically, but I figured why not? I'm here, so I would try it. It's a game where each player has 3 cards in front of them, a person, place, and weapon. And you can't see your cards, but you can see everyone else's at the table. And on your turn, you can ask a question of another person using these keys. And you can ask how many red cards they can see, both from behind their thing and out at the table, or maybe how many male characters they can see, or how many melee weapons. And that allows you to write down and determine which of the things eventually are yours. Turns out I was really good at this game. By the end of the first go around the table, I already knew who my person was. By midway in the second round, I knew my place, and right at the beginning of the third round, I knew my thing, and I guessed right away, and I kind of shocked everyone at the table because I knew so quickly. But I did enjoy the game. After that, a game that stood out was I got to play the new version of Modern Art. I had not played the older version, so I didn't really have a frame of reference, but I knew 2 things. I knew those 2 things is that I love Reiner Knizia games and I love auction games, and this one didn't disappoint. What I really liked about this game is this is a game that you're buying and you're selling art via auctions, but this game can be really aggressive. And Suzanne Sheldon was playing to my left, and we found that we were being very aggressive with each other and just bidding these little amounts that would throw the other one off. She ended up winning the game. I think I came in second, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I enjoyed looking at all the art in the game. And then we played Dragon Castle. I got to play Dragon Castle, a game that I had not played yet. I had a chance to play it before now, and I just had never gotten to it for whatever reason. That game, of course, builds off of the Mahjong thing, and I've never played Mahjong, so I really didn't have a lot of frame of reference. I enjoyed the game, probably not something I would personally play again. So I think at this point I'm probably going to get some dinner. I just helped set up Mandy and Suzanne for the recording of the podcast, so they're doing that right now. We're going to, a little bit later, we're going to play a new game called Gizmos, which I don't know much about other than I saw marbles inside a container, sort of maybe like Potion Explosion, but I'm really looking forward to that. So I figure I will check back in with you folks a little later after I get some food in me. And here we have Derek. Hey Derek, so we're hitting the end of day one. We're getting closer. We're going to get dinner soon. What have you played today?
I played The Others for the first time, and I really enjoyed that, more than I thought I would, to be honest.
Did you play as one of the team, or did you play as
I was one of the heroes, yeah.
Okay.
And
who won?
The Avatar of Sin won. We were playing against Wrath.
Ah.
And,
Wrath's my favorite one, actually.
Yeah.
Anything else you played today?
And then I played most of the game of Blood Rage, then I had to hand over the third age to somebody else because I had to run to an appointment.
Anything you're looking forward to playing that you've seen out there?
I want to play Council of Four and Way of the Panda. I would like to try those.
How about you, sir? What have you played?
We started the Lorenzo Magnifico expansion. Was pretty cool.
How is it? So
really
I
good.
love the base game of that, but
too.
I haven't played the expansion yet.
We didn't play all the expansion bits, but I've already saw some that I will put in every game of Lorenzo that I'm going to play. And then I actually played a full game of Blood Rage with one Mr. Sam Healy. And
I was not in that game.
But if Sam claims that he won that game, he may be telling the truth, but I'm telling you he's lying. But he may, in fact, have actually won a game of Blood Rage for a change.
I've heard it was a
shocking.
pretty epic ending.
It was a quite epic ending. I scored, I think, 100 points in the third age, and he won by 4.
Is there anything you're looking forward to playing?
I'm curious about the song Ice and Fire.
Okay.
And I always look forward to playing Rising Sun and more Blood Rage.
All right.
Can't go wrong there.
All right. Thank you, guys. Hey folks, so that's going to wrap up day 1 for me. I did play a couple more games. Most notably was a CMON release that I believe is coming out in Gen Con of this year. I think that's what they said they're aiming for. It's a game called Gizmos. I really liked this game. It most reminded me of this combination of Splendor and Potion Explosion. And it's an engine building game where you're picking these marbles and you're spending those marbles. Kind of think of the way you spend the chips in Splendor. But that allows you to then build things that then create more actions for you and take actions. I really like this game. Probably you saw some pictures of it in my earlier part of this video. After that, I played a game that was not a CMON game. Something I believe is coming to Kickstarter later this year called Herbaceous Sprouts, which, if you're familiar with Herbaceous, this is a dice version of it. I have a little bit of mixed feelings about it. I do think it is a more enjoyable game than Herbaceous, but it still left me a little wanting at the end. It was a little lackluster for me overall. But it's not a CMON game, so it's not really that relevant, but it was nice to at least get a chance to play it. But overall, I really enjoyed day 1 of CMON Expo. Everyone here is just so nice, all of the wonderful staff. We went and had dinner with Eric Lang and some of his people, and that was it was nice to get to talk to some of them. But overall, I really did enjoy this first day. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I think that there should be a lot more people. You can still hear Eric and the crew over there playing Time's Up. But for me, it's 1 in the morning. I need to get some sleep because, again, I expect tomorrow to be more busier. And I'll see you folks tomorrow. All right. Bye.